Hey everyone, my name is Tribbie and welcome back to Honkai Star Rail for part 3 of the 3.1 story quest, or mission, whatever you call it. Trail-based mission, maybe. And the quest we're on is Memories Failed in Blazing Mist. Just trying to keep my voice tracking here because I am recording in two separate things. So, we are in the personal point of view of Tribbie, and I can only guess that we are going to uncover what's been happening to Tribbios, or Tribbie, Trian, or Trinon. Apparently, in the last video, we went to the grove to investigate what the hell is going on. Turns out the Black Tide has been attacking it and trying to gain the core flame for them for whatever reason. We found somebody named Professor Naxa, or who could be the last survivor, and we encountered a mysterious, I guess you could call it a person, and for which we have suspected, and I was suspecting it from the very start, or at least somewhere close by, was none other than the Titan of Reason, Circes. Kind of a little clues here. We've gone through many trials, tribulations, trying to get to the treetop. We ended up fighting a new enemy, a new boss, I would believe. Maybe a new antagonist, possibly in the story. We don't know who he is, but from what Circes tells us, he was a swordsman who was reborn in the Black Tide. And, well, I guess so. And I realized as well, when discussing something with Casterus, she noticed that, oh, we grabbed her when she was about to fall. Turns out, and I already know, that we are protected from her deathly touch because, like I said, plot armor. Plus, we're going to go into the baths with Aglaia and hopefully Hyacinth as well. Because apparently, Trian, I think it was Trian, who was severely injured due to the fact that she used the sentry gate again. So I'm thinking in this point here, we're in hours prior while we were at the Grove fighting said boss. So let us go ahead and continue on. And I hope you guys enjoy the video as well, because I am now stopping myself from saying too much.
It's really hot and heavy. Has it always been like this?
Huh. Okay, so we got people just staying outside. Yes, racial disputes, maybe. I'm not sure about that. Cremonians.
Is someone injured over there?
It's so hot. I don't know why it's hot. There's someone lying on the ground here. Let's investigate. Light-headed bath customer.
What happened here?
Watch out! Watch out! For the Cremnoan! Cremnoan? This is their doing?
Or the fact that they put too much heat into the baths, and maybe this is caused to too much bathing in the hot tub. I just realized I was warning that there was a warning about the hot tubs.
Aggie, now's not the time to dwell on that. Let's help the injured people first.
I honestly thought there was a mention of a hot tub, but I don't know. Maybe this is what happens. This is not really someone else's fault. Maybe because they got into the very, very steaming hot bath and they fainted. This is why she's called a lightheaded, because she fainted.
Excuse me, coming through.
Finally, some help.
Oh, you two are here as well. That's a relief. Even the Twilight Courtyard is involved? What in the world happened here? I actually just came to relax. But as soon as I got here, I saw all these people lying on the ground. I've examined them, and they don't seem to be seriously ill. It feels like they've just spent too much time in the hot water.
I knew it. It's just too much heat.
Multiple individuals fainting simultaneously from the hot pool steam? Where is the manager of the Bobs?
He disappeared, and no one knows where he's gone to. Some people have been saying that the Cremnoans are behind this. Lady Aglaia, what do you think about this?
I think this is getting out of hand.
Let these people rest. The two of you, please come with me.
Have you thought of something, Aggie?
Yes. While their intentions elude me, it's time to bring this farce to a close.
Yes. We're all humans here. We're trying to be united here. And look at this. They're just placing blame on something they hated. You know, racial disputes, people, I don't know. Why there's so many hate here.
This is all you can do, huh? Pitiable deliverer.
What? god, look at this! Fine on, just face planted on the ground. What happened? Oh god, let me guess. You idiots challenge each other into an endurance contest in the sauna to see how long can you last. First of all, are you sure you were doing this while clothed or in just towels? Like, can y'all really do this while wearing clothing, or I don't know.
Snowy! Even Snowy!
The culprit is Mydeimos.
Why? Why?
What did you do to everybody?
I'm gonna call it. He challenged him into an endurance contest.
It's just another duel where I claimed victory.
Duel?
As I expected. On the surface, these two are the mightiest warriors in the Holy City, but they're still impulsive youths at heart. Speak up, Mighty. Tell us exactly what kind of foolishness you and Finan indulged in this time.
I'm gonna say it. It's an endurance. Are we gonna see it? Some time ago. Yeah, we're gonna see it. How's your recovery coming along, my friend? Winning and losing are all part of the warrior's life. Don't let it get to you. Why don't you take a bath to recharge, buddy? I feel like this is what he would say, Mighty would say.
No, none of those sound right.
Wait, really? Keep your chin up. You have greater things to achieve. Want to grab a drink with me, pal? If you're up for it, let's have a talk.
Forget it.
I guess there was no choice, but he'll say, I see you're still alive and kicking, Deliverer.
Am I seeing things? Is the magnificent Deliverer finally deigning to step outside?
The man has too much pride in his Cremonian to be concerned.
What kind of response is that?
The kind of response that lets the man sulk because he lost.
Nothing. I was just imitating your usual response. I don't feel anything special from you. Have you passed the demigod trial?
The ritual hasn't reopened yet. In case you forgot, it hasn't been that long since I pulled you out of the trial.
I didn't forget.
Then, you're welcome.
In twilight's last gleam, Makima stands bold. Her walls sturdy, tales untold. Dreaming of her fruitful gardens, pilgrims arrive from distant lands. Figs and olives, so grand. Yet little do they know that they will step into flames, fuel to the fire, a burning brand.
What are you playing at this time?
I hate when people speak poetry.
I just felt like reciting a few lines of poetry. Surely the Crown Prince of Kremnos knows how to appreciate poetry, right?
Kremnoans steer clear of such weak literature. But my library doesn't lack collections of this kind.
These lines express the poet's yearning for their home, just as Akama is distant from many people's homes.
I know how to interpret poetry, Haikis.
HKS. Haikus. It means scoundrel. I don't know why they didn't put the full word in, just HKS. Haikus. Or... Is that Greek in language, guys? Please let me know, please.
There's no point in pretending to be profound, my friend. Thank you for helping me out when I was in a tight spot, but it seems to me that you aren't prepared for the trial either.
Don't compare your situation with mine. My people are still relying on me. I can't ascend to godhood on my own without first resolving their issues.
So, are you suggesting that you, the mighty Mydeimos, and the heir to the throne of Kremnos, wish to defy tradition that has endured among your people for millennia?
I appreciate when someone calls them out on their BS. Like, I think Mighty's trying to find a way to not go through the traditional means of him being king, or accepting the core flame and becoming a demigod without relying on his people's traditions. That sounds like a yes.
I'm still thinking about what I should do.
And he's still doubting.
Never mind. It's probably not my place to offer you counsel. An idea does strike me, though.
What are you thinking?
Go ahead. Let's see what terrible ideas you've come up with this time.
Maybe we both need to relieve some stress. Come, Mydeimos. Let's recommence our previous competition.
From what I have heard from stories about you two having your bouts, how many times have you competed against each other? Like, a lot. I'm guessing.
This time, we'll see who can stay in the super hot bath for longer.
There's a super hot bath. I figured that might be the case. It is an endurance in a hot tub or a hot bath. I freaking knew it. Please tell me you're not gonna stay clothed. I mean, please tell me that you're still if you're gonna be clothed all the way in there. At least have some bathing gear.
What? Are you chickening out?
Do not provoke the man.
The phrase chickening out does not exist in the Kremnoan language. I just find this situation absurd. That's all. All-knowing historian, are you not aware that we Kremnoans use boiling water from sword forging for our baths? Looks like I'll have to teach you some royal etiquette today.
How hot is boiling water? I mean, I'm pretty sure it's not normal boiling water temperature. I'm guessing you bathe in volcanoes.
And thus, an unprecedented sauna battle commences!
Where did you come from, you little...
With unparalleled resolve, the two warriors' determination even alters the very hue of the steam. Flames intertwine with scalding vapor, reaching toward the heavens, shrouding the sky in the sun. The spectacle is so magnificent that none dare gaze upon it directly.
You know what's more hilarious? Instead of people blaming each other, that sprite could have been smart and broadcast the entire thing to the other sprites, so they can regale this battle or this hot bath endurance contest to everyone, so they can clear up this misunderstanding. It would have been quite a spectacle, but I guess they had no way of sealing the box in there.
Since we can't see what's happening in the competition, why don't I regale you with a tale of kings to pass the time?
Okay.
Do you recall the legend of the Gorgo lion mentioned by a certain veteran? The central figure, the main character, was not the sole sovereign of that land.
No.
An Oronyx stood as its formidable rival.
Ha, I get it. The main character, for it is a lion. I do not like that at all. That was a poor planned pun, but still, a good pun nonetheless.
Long before the dawn of Era Chrysia, the two beasts started their timeless battle on the plains of Tritos. The lion regarded the Oryx as its food, while the Oryx perceived the lion as a scornful, oppressive, and challenging barrier that it swore to topple with its antlers. For tens of thousands of years, without respite, the two creatures thus continued their relentless pursuit and rivalry.
And we're back in this.
It fixated on its rival's fleeing form in the chase.
Are you putting in a different story to try to best describe what's happening in the hot bath battle? I am not going to imagine this. Do not put this into context. They are just trying to endure hot temperatures of a steam bath.
It set its sights on the other's neck, nearly within reach.
Are you... The way you're trying to word this, Bath Sprite, I do not like how you word this when I am hearing all that. No.
It was stuck in a corner.
I'm going to take my headphones off and not listen to this.
It had nowhere to escape. On the land of Amphorius, some lives meet their end at dusk, some at dawn, and yet others are fated to perish under the blistering sun at noon, and at last, the most scorching moment of the day descended upon them. The formidable hand of fate heeded their call and arrived!
My lords, would you like me to reduce the temperature a little?
Oh, I was right. They are fully clothed. I don't know how I say this. Never mind.
What? You're chickening out already?
Get lost.
Are you asking me to get lost, or...
This is the stupidest thing I have ever seen here. They're fully clothed, fully armored, and they are doing the hot bath battle.
Do whatever you want.
Please, forgive my presumptuousness, my lords.
Have some fucking common sense, Barrows. Where were you? Yeah.
What a spectacle of folly.
Yeah, it was the... Yeah, I figured that'd be the case.
This is what you get for daring to challenge a Kremnoan without understanding your own place.
Or the fact that you have no safeguards or a referee. Maybe even ice. Someone get this man a cold glass of milk. Even worse, pour him an ice bucket.
What I'm saying is, your little game dragged down quite a few innocent souls alongside you.
How high could it be to emanate the entire bathhouse?
We will personally escort back home the customers left awestruck by our formidable presence.
I don't think formidable awestruck is the word.
This isn't fair.
I imagine that someone's gonna toss your pathetic ass into a cold bath. Please let that happen.
You are wearing way less than I am.
Why would you wear that in the first place in a bathhouse of all places? I'm dumbfounded.
Is this the latest trend now? Getting into the baths while dressed in full armor?
I don't know what to say. The stupidity is beyond measure.
Don't look at me like that. It was he who challenged me. There is no word for flee in the Kremnoan language.
Uh-huh.
Very well. Let us bring this farce to a close, shall we? Warriors, it's time to get moving.
After recovery, Final and Mighty escorted the fainted bathers away from the scene. Yeah. This time, Final narrowly triumphed with the stunning 27-25 victory in terms of the number of troops safely escorted. Even a turn...
Alas, the flame chase journey is destined to be a lengthy one, replete with obstacles.
I didn't want to interrupt their dialogue, but they even turn escorting those that are affected by their stupidity of the steam bath battle into a competition. See how many they can escort out of the baths. They have turned every single thing into a competition. It's funny, but it's also going to be annoying. I see the deadpan face of my favorite girl, Hyacinth, here. She has a lot of work to cut in, and... never mind.
But thanks to those two, all the gloom has vanished into thin air.
And I don't think the gloom's gonna go away anytime soon.
Oh, we just had quite the commotion. It's not every day we find the Marmoreal Palace this serene. Shall we continue with our previous plans? Hyacinth, would you care to join us?
Such an empty bath is indeed a rare sight. I was looking forward to unwinding after work. I'd be delighted to accept your invitation, Lady Tribbie.
How about we go to the biggest bath?
Ooh. Okay. Okay, so we're back at the Crosshair bath here. Alright. Time to unwind and relax, Tribbie.
Let me check. The water temperature feels just perfect.
So, how is the feeling of having the entire bath to yourselves?
It's so good.
I will admit that Aglaya is absolutely gorgeous, but she is cute. She is adorable. It's good that everyone here gets to relax. Honestly. Yeah, you're pretty nice too.
But, Lady Tribbie, aren't you going to soak in the bath with us?
We will have to pass. After all, we've become children.
Please understand that she can no longer endure the heat of this pool due to the blessings of Yanis.
Why though?
Oh,
Are you curious about us, Hyacinth?
I am, but something tells me that it might be better to change the topic.
Good job.
Don't get all nervous. It's not something we can't discuss. The truth is, a long time ago, we were a mature adult just like Aggie.
I figured that'd be the case. They are split. And Tribbie is referring to, I guess, Trinan and Tribbie refer to themselves as we, because apparently, like I theorized before, they were once a single person, I would believe.
Then, because of reasons, we inherited Yanis's divinity and gained the power of passage. And in return, the price we had to pay was the splitting of our soul.
Each opening of the Century Gate intensifies the strain on Tribbie and the others. They are gradually regressing towards infancy, both in body and mind.
That sucked. Really. It kind of reminds me of that one in that show. You guys know what I'm talking about? If they were once an adult and they had gained abilities, but they're regressing towards de-aging, or maybe even, I guess, de-aging, both mind and body. Kind of reminds me of Monster Girl in that one show, Invincible, right? Yeah. You guys will know what I'm talking about.
We don't know what awaits us at the end either. But anyway, that's why we've turned into children.
In that case, when you opened that giant sentry gate above Akama during the battle against Nikador,
Well, there's no way around it. We all know that the flame chase journey won't be a smooth ride.
maybe we can find a way to fix it. The primary research focus of Noosporists is the soul. We explore its depletion and methods to restore dispersed souls. As long as research continues, there might be a breakthrough that can help.
Yeah, I just realized something. Noosporists. There's a name, like I said, the Aeon of Erudition is Noose, I think. And the character Anaxa is following the path of erudition, which explains it.
We will do everything we can.
So your first reaction is in fact denial. You're indeed an Access student. I look forward to your good news, Hyacinth.
Now there's another reason to look forward to tomorrow.
Oh my, no. Oh no. I knew this was too good to be true. One day relaxing and all of a sudden...
Lady Tribbie, what's wrong?
Something's off. It's that strong feeling again. Is it Trian?
I think it's when we started battling that one, the Black Swordsman.
Wait, no. It's not Trian this time. It's Trinan.
Trinan?
Trinan is in danger.
What's going on? In the meantime...
I win this round of escorting the bathers home.
I knew it.
How does one contender alone make a valid competition?
Offering a compliment or two wouldn't be the end of you, you know.
Haikas.
What is that word? Is that your native tongue?
It means hyena. I'm likening you to a weak hyena. By the way, you emphasize the completely wrong syllable.
Though we've been acquainted for some time, I have rarely heard you talk in the ancient tongue of Kremnos.
It's because I'm not exactly a master at it either. I can listen and read just fine, but when it comes to writing...
So you can read, but you can't write.
You can write?
Wait, he could write? I got it wrong.
You speak as if you don't have a brain.
He's embarrassed.
That was in jest. I understand. After all, you spent all your childhood wandering far from home.
Worry about yourself first, delicious. deliverer. You also never mention your hometown, apart from when you need to introduce yourself.
Right.
Well, it's because there isn't much to say. Hydes Elysii is simply a tiny village that disappeared many years ago in the flames of war. The only times I get to see it are in my dreams, and in
memory.
And in
the trial from the Lance of Fury.
I knew it.
Figured.
Yes. I saw it all. Hydes Elysii ablaze with everyone. My family, friends, and my kin. Lying in a sea of flames. A blood-red half-sun hung in the sky. Just like on that day. And before my eyes, that murderer...
Who?
Killed Cyrene.
Cyrene. Okay, so we've got a name for that childhood friend of his. Now we got a name.
But I saw its form this time.
Huh?
A black cloak, an eerie mask, and a broken giant sword that carried an ominous aura.
Okay. Something just clicked. A black cloak, we saw. An eerie mask, we saw. A giant broken sword? Yes! It's the thing we fought! Yeah, it's the thing we fought at the Grove.
I fought it in the trial. But even though I've been fighting, improving, and resolutely getting stronger all this time, I still couldn't defeat it.
You were blinded by hatred and almost lost yourself in that trial.
That's right. And that's why I am truly thankful to you, Mydeimos.
You finally picked up some manners. Better late than never.
Then what about you, Mighty? What did you see in that trial? What do you fear?
I wonder.
There is no word for fear in the Kremnoan language.
Just because you say that doesn't mean it's true. Or at least, it's not true.
I'm getting the feeling that your language has no words at all.
But to answer your question, I saw Akuma in the trial. As well as...
The hatred of the Akamans hating on the Kremnoans.
my old comrades.
Old comrades?
Hephaestion. Perdiccas. Ionius. Ptolemy. And Possesta. Ever since I returned from the Sea of Souls, these five have been by my side. We faced life and death together during our days in exile. Those 10 years were arduous, yet filled with moments worth treasuring. Each night, we would gather by the campfire, savoring honey brews and singing our hearts out. The wind in the wilds of Amphorius smelled like rust. Hephaestion would always tease me about adding goat milk to the honey brew, claiming I ruined the blood-red color of the drink. He had a scrawny figure, but was a relentless force on the battlefield, dispatching foes without so much as a blink.
Okay, so we're getting some new story about Mydeimos here. So these are his friends, I believe he made ever since he survived the Sea of Souls, right?
Perdiccas was an expert in concocting medicines, delving into all those strange folk remedies. Ionius was a swift runner, and our most reliable messenger. Ptolemy was a real bookworm, always spouting off in chapters and verses. When we left Kremnos, he made off with a stack of ancient tomes from the Grand Library. Not like it mattered, as my family owns the library. And then there was Possesta. He was the silent type, but a truly masterful musician.
Sounds like they're all exiles from Kremnos.
This is the first time I've heard you mention these five. And their names.
Is he opening up a bit?
They died on the battlefield before the Kremnoan detachment managed to join Akuma.
Okay.
Perdiccas was the first to go. He was shot in the stomach by a poisonous arrow from the people of Laidon in the second month of cultivation. In the end, his remedies mended all but himself.
Mydeimos, do not mourn. I have achieved honor by bestowing a noble death upon the enemy.
We're gonna find out how they all die, huh? And the funniest thing, it's not the funniest thing, but the sad thing is, I think Mydeimos, with his curse of immortality, yeah, it's gonna be sad.
Leonius died in the 5th winter. Idonia's snowstorm lasted 3 full months. On the night of the fiercest storm, our foes launched their assault.
Idonia. Is that the city Castorus used to live in?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Those zealots were as fearless as Kremnoans in the face of death. But they lacked respect for honor. They cornered us in a bottomless swamp. Leonius covered for our retreat. They cut his legs off. He vanished into the mire of a foreign land. His body never to be recovered.
Oh, quicksand, I don't like that.
This is perfect. Mydeimos, I can finally deliver the news of you ascending the throne to the Nether Realm.
20 dusks later, we finally breached the walls of Idonia and entertained the usurper's plea for peace. However, the rebels refused to surrender and set up an ambush within the city.
Of course.
Ptolemy and his cavalry met their end before they could even relish our triumph. Those obelisks that collapsed after being set on fire became their final resting place.
Mydeimos, please tell my family. It was not cunning schemes that vanquished Ptolemy, but the immense weight of Amphorius' entire history.
Right. Because they're all warriors, warrior people. And they would rather just not... It'd be an embarrassment to say that it was schemes or tricks that took their lives. They'd rather have it like a hard-earned battle or the weight of some sort of word. Instead of just buildings falling on top of them, it's history or something like that.
Then, it was Pacesta. He lured the enemies into the city of Anionis with his melodies, buying us invaluable time. Our enemies, consumed by indignation when they discovered the trick, set the entire city and my soldiers on fire. His final words were recorded on a small clay tablet, fractured by the flames.
Mydeimos, don the crown.
And they all say, become king, lead our people, and all that stuff. I'm gonna guess that, but this is where his dap starts, right?
And at last, my most trusted friend, Hephaestion. He was supposed to stand by my side through it all. But a sudden relapse of his illness hit him on the eve of my duel against my father.
Oh no.
He hid his condition from me.
What?
By the time I returned victorious, he had but a breath left in him.
A Kremnoan dying on a sickbed. I would be a laughingstock to everyone.
That would be making sense to some point. I think he, for me, I think he didn't tell Mighty about his sickness or his illness because I think he's worried that if he knew that he was intensely ill, it would distract him from finding his father and not be able to defeat him. Yeah.
Hephaestion, my dear friend, spare your strength. I'll go get a physician.
No need. Even if Perdiccas were here, he couldn't stop destiny from taking me away.
No! None can take you away.
Mydeimos, our king, do not shed tears for me. It's not befitting of your status.
It doesn't matter. He's your friend. You're his friend. And there he sits alone.
Farewell, my dear friend. You must lead us back home.
What a grave trial indeed. Now I understand why you see immortality as a defect, or even a curse.
My father threw me into the sea of souls to break the wheel of karma. Little did he realize it would grant me an immortal body and summon a fated revenge on his head.
Yeah.
Following his demise, I considered leading my people back to our homeland. Kremnos had already turned it into a wasteland. Only darkness and insanity thrived there, against the dissent of many, Kratoros included. I made the Kremnoan detachment stay in Akama. But I know that their glory will never be doused out.
I don't think it matters, though. Maybe so, but I don't think they feel like they don't belong here.
The instant of strife shall inevitably arrive.
If you take over Nikador, then you must begin the journey back to your homeland. So, you hesitate because you think leaving your people in the Holy City is a better choice?
I don't know. But I have never been crowned. Those 5 were never endowed with any titles. None is aware of their glory.
Your predicament is truly complicated. I don't know how I can give you any useful advice. Maybe you could seek counsel from more peoples, such as the Grand Craftsman. Cartonis' peoples seem to have been through comparable dilemmas.
Funny enough, they have been the blacksmiths for the Cremonian people for a very long time.
And that teacher of yours, Kratoros?
Mm-hmm.
Dee, we've got a big problem.
What?
Big problem!
What's going on?
Lady Tribbie, what's making you so flustered?
Hurry up and go save Trinan!
She what?
She got abducted by Kratoros!
You have got to be kidding me. Oh, hell no. You have got to be kidding me.
Kratoros! What's going on?
Why are we in the vortex of Genesis?
Mydeimos. It seems I was the one who exposed my vulnerabilities first.
Aglaya, I demand an explanation.
This man abducted Trinan by force and forced her to bring him to the vortex of Genesis.
What the hell is wrong with you, old dude?
He then brazenly stepped into the trial of the Lance of Fury, and naturally failed.
Why, though?
Is she telling the truth? Why did you do that?
Yeah, explain yourself, man.
Because I don't want to wait anymore. Your hesitation made me desperate.
Really?
If you want to run away from your destiny to become king, then keep running. Someone will eventually stand up and fill in the gap left by strife. Then they will lead our people home.
I figured that something like this was gonna happen. Someone was bound to snap, because apparently whoever they considered Mydeimos their leader is still hesitating, right? And how long will he keep on hesitating? He doesn't want to be crowned. He doesn't want to be king. He wants to find a way to try to have his people to try to adapt in Akama, in a city where it's supposedly to be the last city of the humanity, right? But yeah, those who stick to the traditions, those who grew up with those traditions, maybe even are hard freaking hell-bent on keeping these traditions, they're gonna run out of patience.
Age has blinded you, teacher. Can't you see that I'm hesitating because of this very recklessness seared into your blood?
Kratoros, do you truly believe you're worthy of entering the trial? To blaspheme against the prophecy? Does the mission we Chrysos heirs bear seem like child's play to you?
Do you know how the Kremnoans see you, Aglaya? You're a hypocrite and a megalomaniac.
The
prophecy of Genesis and the flame chase journey are just excuses for you to seize power.
Bullshit, old dude.
Silence! Kratos! Do you even know what you're saying?
Are you defending this woman, Mydeimos? How many wars did people start because of her and her so-called prophecy? How many cities fell in the past millennium? Their people massacring each other. Even if this so-called Genesis really exists, will there be a place for the Kremnoans in that new world?
Now, who's sounding like a hypocrite? Poor Trian.
Are you done talking?
Yeah, are you done?
By agreement between the Chrysos heirs and the Council of Elders, those who trespass upon the vortex of Genesis need not be tried by the Council. I am allowed to pass judgment alone. Kratos, your actions are unforgivable. I hereby sentence you.
Aggie, wait!
Wait, why?
We have a proposal!
What?
Someone has to resolve this conflict between the cities.
At least someone's calling that out.
Lord Kratos did not use violence to harm us.
You sure?
We can sense that his anxiety stems from his concern for his people's future. Please, Aglaya, hear us out first.
I'm listening.
I'm sorry, Lord Kratos. We were so preoccupied with deciphering the fragments of prophecy that we neglected those of you not favored by its message. Your accusations were harsh, but justified. We wish to earn your trust and those of the Kremnoans. I think the best way to do that is to take you to witness the source of the prophecy for yourself.
The source of the prophecy, what is that?
How are you going to show me something that has no form?
You've heard about that Outlander, right?
Mm-hmm.
She has somehow made a connection with Oronyx and can completely replicate scenes from the past. We will ask for her aid. Tomorrow, at the Abyss of Fate in the Temple of Yanissopolis, we will show you everything from that distant memory, Kratos.
Will he accept, though?
A fair proposal. I accept.
Until then, you will be stripped of your freedom. That is my one condition, and I will brook no argument.
It is not the first time I've been made someone else's prisoner. Do as you please, demigod.
Teacher, why did you do this?
Forgive me, young master. But I just cannot wait any longer. Ever since your father died, our people and I have been waiting for a day to revive Kremnos. We placed all of our hopes in you, but never received an answer.
Maybe you should talk this out. Like, really. Instead of just trying to go behind someone else's back and kidnapping someone who could teleport you to this place and try to do this thing secret, maybe, why not just talk it out? Talk things out would have been better.
This obsession for returning home has become a sickness for our people. Wise as you are, I refuse to believe that you can't see the truth.
You have a clear head, which is why you're also incomparably alone. A smart person can only choose to tangle himself with the mundane of this world. If you're truly capable of leading our people beyond this blood-stained fate, then prove it to me once more, Mydeimos, just as you did back then.
A fierce fighter. I did not expect such heroism from a feeble Akim.
Okay, so I believe we're in the battle where Mighty here is facing up against his own father, and it looks like he doesn't know who he is. Good name. It's good thunder, though.
Fulfill your duty as the victor, warrior, and tell me your name. I seek an honorable death
You're
from
nothing
you.
but honorable. You're anything but honorable.
As if you have any honor! Listen closely. I am the leader of the Kremnoan detachment, Mydeimos. I'm here to finish you, father.
Karma, bitch.
It is you, the beast spurned by all. So you did defy death. The prophecy was true. You will bring an end to my Kremnoan dynasty.
Selfish guy.
Defy? You're wrong. Death
What a good way to put it.
me. It's the reason I have this body of steel. As for you, you already stand at death's door, Father. You were the one who threw me into the Sea of Souls. The one who tried in vain to enslave a Titan. And the one who desecrated the body of a god. Hyakis! You're a weak king. So weak that even the lowliest hyena is a more noble existence than you. And now, fate's reckoning is
Dude,
upon
basically
you.
he's saying that a high bottom feeder is more noble than this guy. Damn.
Then swing your blade. Take my crown. Coronate yourself with an old king's blood and inherit it all. Become the new rightful king of Kremnos.
No. I don't want the crown. Listen. If there's only one end for the kings of Kremnos, then the crown means nothing to me. All I want is your life. To avenge Mother and my comrades.
But the walls of Kremnos will not fall with me. Do you truly think you can escape fate's grasp, my son? You and I, we're both the same. We feast on strife and fear. Now, kill me! The son of Gorgo is destined to be crowned in blood!
You're insane. But then again, it makes sense for the people of warriors.
Krataros. He said the Grand Craftsman Cartonus might have some suggestions. Might as well go see him. Grand Craftsman, how have you been?
King of Kremnos it is. That you would come, I knew.
You knew I was coming?
Your matters, I've heard. The path forward you seek. Many questions you have. But before that, take this.
Is that the ring?
What's this?
A signet ring. For the King of Kremnos. Belonged to your mother. Recast and restore it. I did.
What? Mother threw it into the Sea of Souls.
A long time to fish out it took. Very fortunate
Damn.
we were.
You had the patience to fish out a ring in the middle of a sea. Kudos to you, my dude.
I can hardly imagine how much patience and courage it must have taken to find such a small signet ring in the Sea of Souls. I owe you one.
Gratitude there is no need for. Repayment for saving me, this is. Questions you bring with you. Ask, now.
Fate I've always denied. It's finally caught up to me. By all rights, I should accept Strife's authority. It would make everyone happy. The Chrysos heirs, the Council of Elders, the Kremnoans. Even the bards who will write it all into song.
Yet hesitate still you do. Hesitate, why do you, young king?
Because of my people. Be they men, women, the elderly or children. Hearts of all Kremnoans yearn for home. They've all been waiting for this day. For the day their king returns. Children of strife would then be able to go home and embrace the old traditions. Never mind that most of them have only ever been heard in these so-called traditions and song. They would then gather around their king and throw themselves into battle.
This is not a good thing, you believe.
The Kremnoans have been trapped in a cycle of bloodshed for the past 1,000 years. They seek vengeance, start wars, become prosperous, and decline. How much innocent blood flowed into the River of Souls in all those years? How many needless sacrifices could we have avoided? I accept that fate and become the totem of strife that lead my people into repeating the same mistakes. Then of course I would be terrified. I'd be terrified of becoming king.
A different kind of Kremnoan you truly are.
Yeah. Alright, looks like we're back to Tribbie, huh? Moments later in Tribbie's room.
Mama! Mama! I had a
Wait,
dream
are we gonna
last
see
night.
what she looks like now?
Oh. Now what did you dream about, my darling Tribbios?
Gorgeous. Okay, why does she remind me of Argentine? I don't know why. Why?
I had a dream that I turned into many me's. Then we made the moon into a ship and made the stars into our sails. Then we floated on the ocean and let the wind blow us in any direction it wanted.
I guess that must be the original. It says Tribbie, Trian, or Trinon. The three were split from this little child here. My goodness.
Well, that sounds like a
And that dream may have come true too.
Yeah! The ocean and the sky were really, really dark. But there were so many of me that I wasn't scared at all, because we'd all sing together. The ocean wind blew us onto an island where the wind tasted like flowers. There were bleating sheep and chirping birds inviting us to be their guests. There were so many animals on the island, but none of them ever fought.
Giannis's holy maidens can receive guidance from the God of Passages. Perhaps what you saw in your dream is a divine land somewhere in Amphorius.
You think so?
What's wrong, Tribbios? You look unhappy.
Because on that same island, I saw a dark mountain on the other side of the ocean. And it was very, very tall. The mountain looked alive, and it kept getting closer to the island. Then I realized it wasn't a mountain, but a very, very tall wave made of water. When the wave smashed against the island, it looked like it was going to eat the island up. The small animals tried to chase it away, but they couldn't stop it. Then there was a bang and I woke up.
A dark wave.
Mama, does something that scary exist in real life?
Yes. Unfortunately, it does exist in Amphorius, but it's very far away from our temple. We call it the Black Tide. though it has nothing to do with water. It has no shape or form, but it can swallow up animals, humans, and even titans, turning them all into monsters.
Oh, the black tide is a baddie. I don't want everyone to turn into its food. Can't we chase it away?
I don't know about that.
Of course, my dear. You only need to behave well and listen to what the adults tell you. Study all the knowledge and etiquette you need, then grow up and become a proper holy maiden. The divine Yanis will then give you guidance and help you light the way for the people.
Wow, I'm gonna eat a lot and study a lot and become a holy maiden. But Mama, you said the black tide can swallow up titans too. What do we do if even Yanis is eaten?
If that happens, then the holy maiden will have to be the one to guide people on the right path. After all, we are the human avatars of the God of Passages, yeah?
Yeah!
But one person alone is not enough. Once you're older, you'll make a lot of friends. You must do your best to unite them, because that's also our duty as priests.
Friends? Are they also like me and Mama with pretty red hair?
They might not, but they'll certainly be just as smart and kind as you.
Mama?
Are we back in the present?
Am I dreaming?
I don't know about this. What's going on?
Don't be silly, dear. Of course you're not dreaming. I've always been by
That
your
just means
side.
we're dreaming.
What?
Now be a good girl and call your friends
Doll.
over too. Let's play hide
What?
and seek, just like we used to, okay? My Tribbios is the smartest girl. I'm sure they remember where everyone is hiding.
Oh no.
The voice sounds so far away. I don't remember. Who am I looking for?
Your friends, who will chase the black tide away alongside you, of course.
Is this from my childhood? I don't remember.
Oh great, my game is frozen. Oh no. Okay, there we go. Oh, I was afraid that my game froze a bit and it's gonna interrupt my recording and not record at all. I'm scared of that.
I used to sit here and listen to Mama tell stories. Oh, how I wish to see you again, Mama.
Find missing memories. What is this?
Am I dreaming?
I don't know what this is, honestly. Alright.
Use the spindle to connect everyone.
There will be an amazing captain on that big ship. She's cheerful, optimistic, bold, and cautious. She'll be able to get everyone together.
Wow, that's amazing! Can I be the captain?
Of course you can. But you'll find someone else who's better for the job, my dear. I think that person lives in a beautiful temple that sits atop a hillside, covered in golden fig trees. There's a noble girl there who's very smart, but also very delicate.
Just like Mama?
Perhaps. But before we find the captain, the ship also needs someone who can navigate it. Who could that be?
Let me think. I know! She's...
Is this how she names her other selves?
I named this doll after myself? I don't remember it all. Is this a dream? Or something that happened in the past?
So we're gonna figure out what she named. Who she named.
It's packed full. Mama must have left all of these for me. All the words are blurred out. Could it be that my memory is
I think with
fading?
every use of her abilities, maybe.
Bad chest! You can't
I wondered why the cannon was there. She got trapped?
Huh? Why is this doll inside its chest? It's holding a sword.
Is that Trinon?
Many years later, many brave warriors will board this ship. They're skilled combatants who fear no danger.
Ooh, I can learn how to fight too and protect everybody!
Silly girl. You're Yanisopoulos' holy maiden. It's not your duty to fight. There will be many others to protect you.
Alright. Then where will they come from?
I believe one warrior hails from a lovely village where bulrushes flourish, while another comes from a magnificent royal city. Though each has their own troubles, both are ready to lend their strength for the ship's long voyage.
In that case, let Trianne fight by their side. This way, they'll always stay on course. How could I have known the name Trianne back then? Was it just a coincidence? Or...
The more we unravel the mystery, there's bigger questions. Alright, let's look everywhere else to see if we can see anything else. Anything up here? No, just a closed door. Oh, I shoot a rocket. Okay. Didn't know about that.
learning can change your destiny.
What the hell is that?
A blackboard? And what is that?
That's the
drawing?
rocket that she uses in her ultimate, huh?
Doesn't ring a bell at all. Perhaps it's just a childhood doodle.
Mm-hmm. More than a doodle.
When navigating at sea, you need to know both astronomy and geography.
Isn't Yanis's knowledge enough?
Oh, sweetie. The ocean isn't like the land. It's easy to get lost. That's why it's important to learn to recognize the miracle of Aquila.
Alright. Even though my brain is already super duper smart, I'll still try my very best.
Circe also favors children who try their best. They will send a wise scholar as everyone's teacher to help you reach your dreams.
I want to be a teacher too! Oh, wait. I'm super duper smart. So I want to be the teacher's teacher.
Why not? But if you're going to be a teacher, you might need to tone down that hyper energy of yours.
Then Trinan can do it. She's well behaved and would make a great teacher. Mama and the others always said that I had a great memory. But now, I can't even tell if this is a memory or a
bit of
dream.
both.
Come, let's line them up.
I have a bad feeling. If this is a dream here and there, and if you're having trouble with memories, this might be a nightmare. Probably.
Now, Tribbios, set them
That's
on
music
this
box?
music box and let them compose a melody for our song.
I have bad feeling because I have really hate for dolls. Any form of dolls. Creepy, little beady-eyed that doesn't close their eyes. Always staring at you. I hate it. This is gonna be a nightmare, isn't it?
Music box? What's that?
Sweetheart, are you still groggy from your nap? You invented it.
I invented it? What does it do?
Oh, my lovely Tribbie. You're usually so bright. What's gotten into you today? Well, you might as well see for yourself. Put your good friends on it and see the wonders it can do.
Put the dolls on.
Let's place the dolls.
It's rotating. And I can hear
I like
something.
music boxes, but one of the dolls is gonna have to make a face change, isn't it?
That's right. It's a music box. If you place the dolls in the right spots, it will start rotating and play beautiful music. Out of all your inventions, this one is my favorite.
I don't remember.
It's all right, my child. I'll sing along to the tune, and it will help jog your memories. Happiness abounded in this lush land by God's chosen. Giants raised their glasses in a toast, beheld by the 12 constellations. 3 carved the heavens and the earth. 3 wove the threads of fate. 3 molded life with their hands, and 3 guided calamity's gate. They declared the world too unstirring, hence wished endless laughter upon the living. Thus you and I were created, with words and song to weave, and love and intimacy to give. Thus creation was complete. Who then will bear the weight of humanity's souls, to lighten the steps of the living as a whole? O great Kephale, all-knowing Father of stature so tall, yet low does their gaze willingly fall. With light of dawn heavy upon their shoulders, golden blood spills unto the land, converging into a boiling river that flows to the heroic heirs of this world.
What? What the? This is not a dream anymore. It has turned into a nightmare. What the hell's going on?
Highness, please lend
Who are
me
you?
your ears. In the black mist, as death and fate draw close. On the bloodied earth, the living dead, but ghosts. What is this world? It mirrors your maze-like fate. What is this world? A silent lament without a trace. What is the past? Wandering ghosts that linger. What is the future? Souls scattered by fate's finger. What is the start? A voyage born in solitude. What is the end? The spirit, lonely and subdued. Lonely and subdued.
Oh.
And subdued. And subdued.
Oh.
Subdued.
Okay.
Subdued.
Okay. Stop.
Subdued.
Please.
Subdued.
No more.
Subdued.
No trauma. No trauma. It smiled. Why? Oh wait, it smiled. Of course it did. What?
Mama.
What? There's more appearing. Oh god.
Hurry. Run.
What's going on?
Run. The black tide has arrived.
There. Oh my god. My nightmares have come true. Dolls are appearing. They're gonna kill me. They're gonna eat me. Ugh.
Where?
Anywhere but here. Just run. Just run. I'm okay. Ooh.
This?
Ooh. Stop appearing! Why so many of those little things? That's what I was feeling!
This is the sacrifice of a holy maiden.
Okay, does this mean that many of the holy maidens were sacrificed to create more holy maidens?
You won't make it to the...
You were saying?
Only one person can.
I know.
How do you know?
It's fine if we can't reach the end. Our minds are made up.
Go. Bid your farewells, Tribbie. Time is running out.
Mama, are you going to leave me?
My sweet girl. I will never leave you. But remember this, Tribbios.
Do not redact your own words, please.
All shall bid farewell to one. And that person alone will witness the miracle.
Okay. Only one shall live till the end, and they alone will witness Era Nova. Does this mean that only one of the 3 Tribbies will only live?
Since your mind is made up, then traverse the black tide and dispel the fog for Amphorius. I shall see you tomorrow, my dearest Tribbios.
Thank God the dolls went away. Is she back where she is?
Are we still in
Hopefully
a
not,
dream?
because you'll be stuck in the loop.
Did you have a
There
nightmare?
she is, Aglaia, the comforting one.
Maybe. But it's been a long time since we had any dreams.
It's not yet the entry hour. You still have plenty of time to rest.
No. Our heart is still racing.
It must be that reckless Kremnoan soldier who startled Trinan. And you as well. If you want, I can pierce through his chest with the golden thread right
Jesus,
now.
lady.
Aggie, cut it out with the scary talk.
I'm just kidding. If I were serious, I wouldn't have waited until now. Do you want to talk about the dream? Keeping it bottled up is not good for your health.
We had a dream about Mama. The dream itself was nothing. It's just the timing that feels a bit unsettling.
You mean...
It's Trian. Even if we refrain from ever using the power of the Century Gate again, her soul continues to slowly drift away from her body. There isn't much time left.
Perhaps it wouldn't be such a bad idea to let her relinquish her role as the gatekeeper and live out her days as a carefree child.
You have a point, Aggie, but our decision has already been made on that matter.
I believe there's still another way.
Souls will be spent until they dissolve into dust. Such is our fate. Once we had a whole and connected body. If that body were a tree, then its trunk and branches would share the same fate, decaying at the same pace. Now, we are fragmented into numerous selves. Despite the absence of a trunk, we are offered another possibility. We can choose how our branches will perish in a way that is most beneficial to the flame chase journey.
Compared with saying farewell to one person, watching many fade away before me is even more sorrowful.
But advancing is the destined end of Yanis's trial. There's no retreat in our path. Don't feel sad about saying goodbye to us. We've already agreed on this.
It won't be long before I forget what sorrow tastes like.
So, what would you like for breakfast, Aggie?
What? Where did that come from?
After all this talking, we are feeling a bit hungry. Plus, it's nearly the entry hour now. Do you remember when we first met, Aggie? You were still a little one, and we caught you secretly eating oatmeal
How
late
old
at
are
night.
you?
While my emotions might be fading, those memories are still as vivid as ever, teacher. Please, let me do it. What would you like to eat?
It's fine. Leave it to us. You should rest for now. It won't take long, and we'll call you when it's done.
In that case, thank you.
And see you tomorrow, Aggie. Nevertheless, that nightmare is ominous. Memories are slipping away. Even the image of Mama. Just as expected. Another trip must be made into the abyss of fate. Hopefully Oronyx will be willing to help us.
More intensity, more intensity. At the same time, somewhere in Akuma. Okay, so regain talking to Anaxa again with Fina here.
Long time no see, Professor Anaxa.
Who are you?
It's been a while. I'm the one who once overthrew the entire classroom in that spiritual physics lecture.
Oh, it's you.
No way. Do you really still remember that, Professor?
I remember that glib tongue of yours. What brings you here? Surely you're not here to reminisce.
You could tell.
Of course. You only beat around the bush when you have a hidden agenda.
That's not true. I'm here to seek enlightenment, as always. Could you please teach me everything you know about the black-robed swordmaster?
Rumors sure travel fast. Unfortunately, I too know nothing about it. I can only tell you that it is clad in a black robe and wields a greatsword. At least, it looks like a greatsword. It's shaped like a twisted half-sun, and a peculiar dagger resembling a crescent moon. By the way, take this with you. I got it from the sneak attack. It's yours now.
I was right. It is this thing. The one who torched Aedes Elysiae to the ground. And killed everyone.
Don't try to be a hero. No one in Akama stands a chance against that thing right now.
Is that what the Titan said as well?
Not at first. But the god relented after having had a taste of its power. Even with the god possessing me, I couldn't fight against that blade. That incredible power doesn't seem to be granted by any Titan.
Are you suggesting that it originates from beyond Amphorius?
It's possible. Much like the Black Tide, no?
Nonetheless, it's an enemy we must overcome.
We? Drop the pipe dream, Phynon. No one wants to see you fall by their blade.
Their mere presence will endanger the Holy City and the Flame Chase.
You know that I don't believe in...
You don't believe in the so-called prophecy, I know. However, I'm here to seek your assistance, not at the request of Aglaya or Tribbie. I just want to eliminate a threat to the city I pledged to protect. That's all. The tragedy at the Grove must never happen again.
Take a seat. Since you are sincerely seeking enlightenment, I suppose I can tell you one more thing.
Can we hear about it? Probably not. It sounds like it's getting worse. Oh god, no.
What's wrong, Trian? Nothing. Just remembering what happened at the Grove. The monster in the black cloak. So scary. Everyone in danger. Nightmare. I can't forget. Don't be scared. There are no bad guys here. Didn't you save everyone with the Century Gate, Trian? Trian threw it away. Far, far away. It's never coming back. We got back safe from the Grove because of you, Trian. You're the reason the Flame Chase journey can continue. Sorry. Trian feels a bit dizzy. Why are we here again? For the same thing, of course. Remember? Tomorrow we will reveal the prophecies past to everyone. But first, we need to restore the memories that have been blurred by the fragmentation. We hope to present the full truth to everyone without hiding anything. Since Yanis caused the fragmentation, we can only turn to another Titan, Oronyx, for help. Also, remember to get breakfast ready for Aggie before the lucid hour tomorrow. Oh, yes! Trian remembers now. Oh, on that note, we had better prepare some saffron before we meet with the Titan. Saffron? Ah, it's an essential offering for rituals in the Temple of the Three Fates. You think we shouldn't go to Oronyx empty-handed? Yes, it's also a symbol of Yanisopolis. If we are to replicate memories, we need to use something that has experienced those days. And when we first met Aggie, we added that to the porridge we made for her, and she really loved it. I see! It's like killing 3 birds with 1 stone! But it all depends on whether Oronyx is willing to help us. This could be a problem. After all, It was us who took the core flame from Yanis, from Oronyx's kin. We will have to give it a try. If there's truly no other way... in our current state, we probably can't do anything to them. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Leave it to Trian. Trian knows how to play cute. In any case, let's look for Saffron first. I hope there's still some left in the temple, untouched by Nikador's soldiers. I remember that aged saffron is preserved in sealed jars. Let's be on the lookout as we go.
Right. I'm gonna take a break for a bit.
Trinan, which one of you likes such sour stuff?
That's an apple, not something that's sour. But hey, looks like we're here at the pathway here. I just got back, I got my drink, and switch characters to Tribbie here, so I can go through passages, knocking echoes in dreams. I think I'm on another part of a quest here, so I guess we're going to find some saffron here, and hopefully get a talk with Oronyx here. Maybe.
It's a dead end ahead. Turn back, teacher.
What? Aggie? No, it's an illusion.
I would believe so. I think something that may have happened to Trian and whatever it's causing, it's probably affecting all of you. Maybe. I feel so bad if the damn entity just somehow just...
Wow, this room is huge!
lags my game.
Trinan, did you? Yeah, I saw it. Was that a warning from Oronyx?
I think it might be a warning from Yanis, but he's gone. Maybe. Maybe it's your own power warning you.
What are you two whispering about? Tribbie? Trinan? Trian can't even hear our own telecommunication.
It's that bad, I think?
Well, never mind. Trian suddenly feels like this place is quite familiar. Oh, there's a whiff of safari in this room.
What?
It's right over there.
Yeah, it's gonna be concerning here.
Over here. Follow Trian.
So it's Trian, like...
Trian, slow down.
being disconnected from the other two? I think Trian's gonna get disconnected from the other two. Maybe. Who knows?
Even if separation is our fate, a futile death is not the solution.
It appeared again.
Some sort of distortion, I think. Probably... I don't know what's going on here, guys.
Right here. I summon thee, Oronyx. Stir up ripples of past reverie. Something's appeared. Wait, we should read it first.
Alright, so, to Mr. Wilcom. Saffron Sacred Recipe. So, for many years, Yanizopoulos has relied on these rose myrtle to obtain the boon of the gods. We have spent 5 or 6 years digging out its roots and cutting back its branches. Now this red tree is on the verge of collapse, and has long since ceased to serve its purpose. Yet it still seeks to spread out its canopy and eclipse Yanizopoulos from the glorious rays. I'm getting... We have a secret plan to fell this tree. We just need to wait for the ceremony to make a small move, and the rose myrtle will slip and fall into the abyss. Yanizopoulos is built on a mountainside. There are more than a few cases of people who have lost their footing in its history. Jesus Christ. As for the next sacred tree, we were planning on selecting another puppet. As for the rose myrtle's daughter, Tribbie, we'll call her Saffron for now. In my eyes, I think it would be fine to find an excuse to offset... You're not thinking of killing a child, are you? I can't believe you're plotting to kill a child. Was it the child, or when she's grown up? I don't know. I think it would be fine to just find an excuse. Okay, no, I already read this. However, Codex, the acolyte, is extremely insistent on raising her to become the next sacred tree. She has undergone related education since she was a young girl. So this is when she was grown up. Which would save a lot of work on our part. As for her identity as the daughter of Rose Myrtle, she is still young and has not yet grown wings. If we can just keep her grounded, the power of the Divine Oracle will remain tightly in our grasp. Oh, so the people of the Ionosopolis is trying to gain control of the Titan, I guess. And if the Titan doesn't choose an Acolyte or a Holy Maiden to have wings, and I guess whoever... maybe the Titan is trying to choose its Holy Maiden to have wings. That way his power would go to them. But they want to monopolize that power. I don't know why. We both know that the saffron's most outstanding property is that it can be cooked in so many ways. Put it in porridge, stewed, or fried. No matter how you cook it, this plant will always be a delicacy by Danalion.
Wait, this is a letter? It mentions something about saffron and Tribbios? Isn't that name... Never mind that for now. Why is this letter here? And how did Trian sense it? Could it be our lost memories? Is it possible that we were already noticed by Oronyx and entered their trial?
I think whatever's going on, I think they're having a chance to restore their own memory, I think. But I feel like something bad might have happened to Tribbios, which forced her to split herself into 3 pieces.
But why haven't they said a word? Oronyx has the whims of a child. Perhaps they're toying with us on purpose. Come on, this isn't the right time to be playing games.
I don't think they're playing games here. I think...
Separation and death are two reconciliation.
What?
Doesn't come easily for
Damn it! I went too fast. I went too fast. Too
Are
fast.
these visions also fragments of the past?
Yeah, I went too fast here. Sorry. She was saying death and separations are the same side of the same coin, or well, 2 sides of the same coin. You know. So there's a vase.
Tribbie! Trinan! Look what I found! Is this the safari? Coming! We'll take a look. But Trian, there's nothing in here. What? It was right in this dolium.
Oop, sorry. I was trying to pause this video I was watching and I kind of accidentally pressed unmute.
Huh? There's really nothing here. That can't be! I swear I saw it!
You're starting to hallucinate, little one.
I swear! Trian is telling the truth. It was right there. Where did it go? Trinan, Tribbie, why aren't you saying anything? Trian can't seem to hear you at all. We were just lost in our thoughts. Don't worry, Trian.
She's referring to them as you. She's not referring to them themselves as us. She's not using we or you, or she's not using we or us. She's saying you or just you. And I'm thinking whatever's happening is trying to push her out of this little circle of Tribbies here. Meaning, I think she's it's trying to make Trinan Trian the odd one out.
What you saw was likely Yana's hair. We must have startled it away. Okay. Could Oronyx be trying to make us falter? But why would they do that? Something feels off. Tribbie, don't you think this temple is a little too quiet? What do you mean? It might just be an illusion. But Trinan wonders, is Oronyx really putting us through a trial?
I think you all putting yourselves in trial. I'm thinking it's their own power. They're unknowingly putting themselves in danger. They're unknowingly making themselves like...
little star. Ugh, still no luck finding any safari. I suppose we can do without it. Let's Let's try to convince Oronyx. At least they didn't toss us out straight away.
I don't think Oronyx is even here. I don't know.
Whoa.
What the?
Tribbie, Karina, look at this.
God damn it.
Cool.
No, they're not.
There are so many of us now.
I think I know what these dolls represent. Yeah, I think I know what these dolls represent. I think they represent the dead. The dead other copies, like failed copies and all that stuff. You know.
It's really quiet in here. Do all Titans live in dark places like this?
No, they don't. And I've seen a bunch of corpses from the Black Tide.
Not enough for us to share.
You don't think they might have attacked Oronyxes, huh? Because they're not there. I don't see them shiny.
What's going on?
Yeah.
Oronyx disappeared?
I knew it. It was too dark. So, Oronyx has disappeared. Something's going on. Not long ago in Akuma.
Are you saying that the black-robed swordmaster is not just tied to the Black Tide, but is also hunting for core flames everywhere?
This is the most plausible possibility. First, it has a vessel that can hold core flames. Second, I'm one of its targets. Let's start with the first premise. Its peculiar ceremonial blade can interact with a core flame, as evidenced by the pull I felt when it stabbed into my chest. I hypothesize that the blade can sense, absorb, or even retain core flames.
So that's why it was attacking the grove. Maybe it was after the core flame.
The second premise is even more explicit. When it was engaged in fierce battle with many of us and was heavily distracted, it remained consistently focused on me. Or rather, on the Titan Circes inside me.
So it's plundering the flames. But if your argument holds up, wouldn't they be headed to Akuma soon? The vortex of Genesis is full of the Titan's core flames.
A great question, but I think there's some sort of condition. Maybe.
Not necessarily. Let's call that person the Flame Reaver for now. If my presumption holds, that person has 3 targets. The first target is me. The second target is Oronyx, who hasn't yet fallen.
Too late.
And the third is Akuma and the Vortex of Genesis, where the core flames are housed. But I suspect Akuma won't be their first target. Kefali's core flame is guarded by the Council of Elders' arcane power. And Fagusa's water curtain should be able to block out any external perceptions.
What about Thanatos and Aquila? Their core flames are yet to be restored?
The whereabouts of Thanatos remain a mystery to all. As for Aquila, can you fly?
No, I can't. Why are you asking that?
Can that Swordmaster fly?
Good point. But what if they do grow wings?
If they had wings, I wouldn't have made it out of the grove alive.
That's a relief. Anyway, since the Flame Reaver has 2 targets, we need to move fast.
With the distances between Akuma, the grove, and these potential targets, I believe we should bolster our defenses and...
Bad news, Finon. Tribbie is missing. The last time the 3 of them were seen as was in the Abyss of Fate.
Oronyx! Are you in here?
I don't think they are.
No response at all.
I think that Flame Weaver might have gotten to this place at all because I've seen the corpses of the Black Tide forces, and I think Oronyx may be lost to us.
Did they foresee that we were coming and hide in the fog, or?
No, they're not.
Tribbie, we should leave. This temple has other people in it.
And by other people, I mean the Black Tide.
What?
Trian? What do you see?
Listen, footsteps. Fast ones. 3 or 4 people coming this way. Come on, we need to hide. Whoever they are, we can't let them see us. Tribbie, Trinan, come check this out.
The cloak.
What's this?
So the Flame Reaver was here.
Trian feels like it's so familiar.
No time to think. Just run. Just fly. Oh, it was here! It was waiting! Not my Tribbies. It was hiding. It was ambushing them. Oh god, no. And they had the 4 flames with them. And it's using the gate of immunity again. No. No wonder she was being the odd one out.
See you tomorrow.
Oh my god, no. Sometime later in the Abyss of Fate.
Where am I?
I think she's back in Akuma.
Little gray, snowy, and
Hyacinth. Gosh. I think they know they lost Trian.
wait, where's Trian? Is she back?
No, I don't think she is.
We only saw the 2 of you collapsed on the side of the road when we arrived.
Danny and I looked around, but we couldn't find any traces of Lady Trian.
What about the black-robed swordmaster?
Blast it! Of course it's them. We were still too late. I fear something bad has happened to Oronyx's core flame.
Then Lady Trian...
Became a martyr.
She doesn't have much divine power left. We can barely sense anything.
We need to go after that black-robed swordmaster, Trian. I have a bad feeling about this.
That you're both safe is already a blessing. Everyone, we must take action now. We should split into 2 groups. One group will stay in the Abyss and meet up with Aglaya's reinforcements, then search for Trian's whereabouts. The other group will come with me to pursue the black-robed swordmaster and recover the core flame.
And I think it may be a lost battle, to be honest. Do you know where it's headed?
I didn't get to tell you this before, but Anaxa and I already have our misgivings about the Black Tide. So we've made preparations. I'll tell you the details as we move. Opportunities are fleeting on the battlefield. We should hurry.
Lord Finan! Lady Tribbie and Lady Trinan. I'm glad you're all right.
Did Aglaya's people get here?
Yes. Lady Aglaya already knows about the situation and sent along a message. Finan, I understand that Swordmaster is of great importance to you. But if you charge in without a plan, I fear that you won't be the only one who dies in vain.
I figured she just knows about him.
I understand. Hatred is a hero's deadliest poison. I have no intention of fighting alone. If that Swordmaster really is related to the Black Tide, the Chrysos heirs must not take them lightly. I have indeed planned to return to the Holy City and discuss the strategy with Aglaya. We'll need all the help we can get for this encirclement.
Why don't we split up as previously discussed? Hyacinth and I will stay to regroup with reinforcements. You go back to the Holy City with everyone else and tell Aglaya about your plan.
Trinan will stay in the Abyss too. That way, both sides can communicate with each other if anything happens.
Thank you, everyone. Partner, Tribbie, let's go. We're back, Aglaya.
You should have come to me first, Finan.
Aggie, there's no need to scold Snowy. Akuma is currently in grave danger.
I know. It's beyond my imagination that the only two titans humankind can still rely on fell in such quick succession. I've never seen the golden thread pulled this taut, as if it could snap at any moment. Finan, tell us your plan. Time is of the essence.
Finan recounts Anaxa's discovery.
This being is not just hunting titans, but taking the core flames too?
Yes, just like the Flame Chase journey is doing. Professor Anaxa thinks the Flame Reaver's arrival is likely a sign the Black Tide has spread further.
Regardless of whether you're right, this being is still far more aggressive than we expected.
But its madness is also an opportunity for us. If its goal is the core flame, then that means us humans can lure it into a trap. Anaxa had already left the Holy City with Cersei's core flame while we were on our way to the Abyss, so he can make preparations for the battlefield.
Tell me, what makes you think this won't end with us losing another core flame?
Because this time, the power from beyond the sky is also at our side.
Yeah, plot armor.
She is the key.
Of course I am. I knew it. Of course it's gotta be me. Really? Are you sure I can do it? I have a Stellaron. Can we pass it off as a core flame? Yeah.
We need your other companion, too.
Ma'am, do you mean me?
Aw.
I see. Finan, that battlefield you mentioned, is it Castrum Kremnos?
Yes. I'm sure everyone remembers the astonishing miracle our partner here performed with her companion during the battle with Nikador, and how they awakened Castrum Kremnos' past. That will be the key to our victory. We will use Oronyx's power to once again open a passage to the past and lure our enemy inside. Then, we'll seal the Flame Reaver in the maze of time.
Impressive. Oronyx has fallen, and Yanis's divine power already belongs to Akuma. Once we take back the core flame, the Swordmaster will have no means of escape. It's very clever, using the element of surprise instead of brute strength.
I highly doubt that's gonna work, but who knows?
Can you do it, little one?
I just have to throw that black-colored guy into the past and lock them in there, right? With the memory fragments, I can open the door no problem. As for the rest... Well, let's just say that she and I can do anything as long as we're together. Really? Then I'm gonna make a wish. Really? I'm not sure about this. That's right, we can do anything.
Yeah.
Can you feel their fervent gazes? This is a big deal. We can't let everyone down.
Such enthusiasm. I'm glad to see you're confident. By the way, the Council of Elders declared a state of emergency when Tribbie went missing. Kainos and her following have heard tell of the incident at the Grove, and are galvanizing support in secret. I fear she'll make her move before the next assembly of the citizens.
That damn hag. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna assume that there's gonna be a freaking rebellion here. And I think that freaking Anaxa is gonna join in that rebellion, going in against the prophecy. Maybe. I don't know. I'm just thinking here. Because he doesn't like the gods or anything. He doesn't like being a demigod. Even though he is one of the 12 flame chasers, I believe. Yeah, it is not a great time.
What are they plotting?
A rebellion, that's what I'm thinking.
That short-sighted politician likely believes the Chrysos heirs have outlived their usefulness, and is making preparations for her next step. That ugly side of humanity is something we'll have to deal with eventually. But that's a problem for another day. I've sent Castoris ahead to the council with a message. She should be able to keep the situation under control for the time being. Finan, it is my hope that we can come to an understanding on this. We must take down the Flame Reaver in one go, and retrieve the core flame. And in doing so, grant ourselves an advantage against the Council of Elders.
Of course. You may count on me to lead the charge.
I apologize for tasking you to spearhead the plan once again, but Akima is currently beset by enemies from within and without. The situation brooks no delay, and we have precious little time to confer and discuss the plan with you. That being said, you are the key to our success, and I shall respect any decision you make.
Let's see. How do we make sure that the plan will work?
I may not be as masterful as Trian when it comes to the Century Gate, but even I can open a nice big gate if I have enough time.
As for whether we can take back the core flame, that will be up to Anaxa's capabilities.
Based on what I know of him, he can do it.
So how do we guarantee my safety?
I'll be honest, we can't. But the Flame Reaver will have to step over my dead body if they wish to do you harm.
Okay, so whatever Mem's plan is, I'll follow. We reserve the right to withdraw at any time. I'm going with Mem's plan. Hooray! I was so worried that you'd be mad at me. I can never be mad at a face like that.
We are grateful to you for your aid, and to the rest of you as well. Now, let us be off to begin the hunt. May Kethely sharpen our gaze and grant us victory over the enemy.
Feels like we're missing someone.
You mean Mighty? He's dealing with a different problem. Don't worry, that man would never miss out on this fight.
Vortex of Genesis in Akima. I wonder what's going on.
Farewell, my dear friend. You must lead us back home.
So looks like he's finally made a decision. Is he really gonna go through this? Is he really going to become a demigod? Maybe. Alright.
You and I, we're both the same. We feast on strife and fear.
If you're truly capable of leading our people beyond this blood-stained fate, then prove it to me once more, Mydeimos.
If this is the time to make a great decision, now's the time. Here it goes.
I knew you'd be here.
I heard you're about to set off on an expedition.
That's right. It's going to be a tough battle, and our destination is... turns out to be Castrum Kremnos.
Is that why you're here? To pray to the dead Nikador?
No, just the opposite. I'm here to tell you, you can entrust the front lines to us this time. You can't afford to lose your upcoming battle either.
Have you heard the story of Geocles the Mountain Breaker?
Sounds like you've spoken with Cartonus. That's the name of the legendary mountain dweller, right?
Let's have a chat before we go our separate ways. Cartonus told me that back in ancient times, the mountain dwellers lived in seclusion. They spent their days quarrying and gathering, living a simple and peaceful life away from strife. But Geocles was different. He resisted their traditional way of life, yearning for the world beyond the mountain. They're safe, but humdrum culture was like fetters around him.
He sounds a lot like you.
It does.
Yes. That is why he, too, faced the same dilemma as I do. One day, during one of Geocles' many ventures beyond the mountain, he spied a battalion of Lydonians stationed at the foot of the mountain. The Lydonians were at war with their arch-enemies, the Companions, and they used the mountain as a base to carry out guerrilla warfare operations. When Geocles, who had taught himself the common tongue, approached a soldier, he learned a shocking piece of news. The Lydonians were planning to plant mines and explosives all over the mountain, and then lure their enemies within. With danger lurking with every step, the mountain dwellers' homes were no longer safe. Geocles quickly returned to his village to bring the news to his people. But...
let me guess. and they refused change and chose to put up with the situation instead.
That's right.
Stubborn.
The mountain dwellers were fearful of even the smallest change to their lifestyle, let alone leaving their home. Despite the imminent war, the elders would rather negotiate for peace instead of leaving the mountains. This made Diocles both angry and sad, but he didn't give up. If you were in his shoes, what would you have done?
Lead my people on a resistance, perhaps. I'm not sure. I can't think of a solution that would make everyone happy.
A solution that would make everyone happy, huh? That's how naive we are. Well, let me tell you what Diocles did.
He broke the mountain, split it in two.
He took the mountain dwellers' store of gemstones and traded them with the Ladonians for a massive amount of gunpowder. But he didn't do this to fight the Companions. Under the cover of night, he set ablaze the forest surrounding the settlement, forcing his people to flee the mountain. That great fire marked the beginning of mountain dweller history. Since then, their people became part of civilization, and giants became a common sight in the holy city. Meanwhile, that mountain they once lived in has turned into little more than foam inside the black tide.
But leaving their homeland also brought many mountain dwellers misfortune.
They were hunted by Kremnoans or enslaved. Indeed, that is undeniably also part of their history. But that is Diocles for you. The merits of his actions, or lack thereof, have been scrutinized by many, but historians nevertheless hail him as the Mountain Breaker. Why do you think that is? It's simply because he took action and enacted change with his own hands. He didn't try to make everyone understand him, nor did he even waste time trying to make everyone happy. He started a great fire and burned the shackles of tradition to ashes, and then forced everyone to march toward the coming of a new era.
You've made up your mind, haven't you?
I figured.
I'll be leaving Alchema soon to fight the great darkness of this world, and to shoulder Nikador's destiny.
Good job for you.
So, listen well. If there comes a day when we meet again on the battlefield, and I stand opposed to the flame chase, remember to stab your sword into my back through my 10th thoracic vertebra. That's my weak spot. And the only way to kill me.
So he discovered his own weakness just in case, maybe. Wow. He has a lot of trust in you, Finon. If he's willing to reveal that tiny weakness.
You have my word.
Go now. The battlefield calls. Send that flame-thieving hyena to their death. But if you find yourselves with no other recourse, pray to that blade in the sky. And loudly call out the name of the new god.
Good luck, Mighty.
That's the sound of an all-out war. Not the kind of ruckus Professor Anaxa can raise on his own. Let's hurry. The battlefield is just ahead.
Oh. Okay, so looks like we are near, hopefully near the end of this. I believe we might go ahead and fight whoever this unknown entity is, also known as the Flame Weaver. We may fight him, we may not fight him. Actually, we may have to fight him either way. And we're back in Kremnos, so this might be the perfect place to end the video here. So thank you all for watching this video, and I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy this video, please give this video a like or dislike. And if you guys are new to the channel, please be sure to click the subscribe button to support my channel. And if you want to check them out, just be sure to check out my YouTube channel, my videos as well. And if you enjoyed them, like them, any comments will be helpful. Just be sure to click the subscribe button if you really enjoyed my channel. and it'd be greatly appreciated. And yeah, I would feel honored if you check out my channel. What do you think of my videos so far? What do you think of the story so far? I feel sad that Trienne may have sacrificed herself to save her sisters, I believe. But yeah, it's just haunting for me a bit. I mean, why would she not talk like the other two? Because I think at some point the third one of them would lose their lives to protecting the other two. I guess Yennis just found a way to warn the Tribbies at all, to be honest. And things are brewing for rebellion. When I guess, I think when there's an all-out conflict, there is always an opportunity for those who despise certain people, like the humans against the crisis heirs. There might be a rebellion. Who knows? Until the next video or the next chapter of the story. Main story. So we're getting close to the end of the 3.1 version storyline, and I do believe around the corner 3.3 may come around, and I hope I catch up to it before it gets here. So yeah, and we now know that Oronyx may have been destroyed or taken, have its flame core taken or anything, and hopefully I would know how to defeat that thing, because that thing was a challenge, and we may not get the handicap from Cersei's, not anymore. So yeah, and as always guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the new video. So peace out and have an awesome week.